Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Seattle Mariners franchise here on MLB The Show 19. Do not forget to drop a like as well as subscribe if you are new. Plenty more of this as well as other franchise content coming your way all day, every day here on Franchise Gaming. We're going to start this episode off by taking a look at our draft. Now, I went through, wanted to get this done a little bit quickly, so I really didn't go in depth with this, but here are our players. And we have a lot of decent guys that could really help us out sometime in the future. Hopefully, a lot of these guys pan out. Obviously, Francisco Hernandez not looking great. But we have some A potential and B potential guys. Now, let's move into the games for today. Seattle Mariners taking on the LA Angels. The Angels, look at this. They are only 3 games in the win column worse than us. We have Ivan Nova on the mound right now, and he is going to give up a leadoff double to Andrelton Simmons, and that's going to start off the Angels really well. Then here is Fletcher. He is going to ground into a fielder's choice to first base. Simmons will go to third. Then Mike Trout going to hit a blooper to right field. That is going to score Andrelton Simmons. Trout tries for second, though, and he is gunned down. So later on, it is Justin Bour as he is going to ground that thing over to second, and he will be put out to end the threat for the Angels in the first. But in the second, it is Justin Bour who's going to smash one out to right field. And that thing is gone. It's a 2-0 game. Then the strikeout of Puello. And then here is Andrelton Simmons, who is going to ground out to shortstop. That'll end that threat. We get a strikeout there. Then Jerko going to strike out with 2 on. And then a easy handled pop-up by Mitch Haniger to end our little threat there. Here is Trout, and he's going to put one down the right field line. And that's going to bring another run home for the LA Angels. It'll be 3-0. Here's Chris Davis going to pop fly one way out there into left center or right center field, and that's going to bring 2 runs home. It's going to be a 5-0 ball game right now. And then here he is again. That is Bour. He's going to end this threat there, as now there are 2 outs, and we will finally get the ground out over to Bogarts over to first. But it is still 5-0 with Ivan Nova, and he's going to give up another bomb here in the 6th inning. And that is a 2-run shot to Puello. It's going to be a 7-0 ball game. There is another ripper out into left field, and that is going to bring home more runs. Oh my goodness, we're getting killed here. It is 8-0 here in the top of the 6th, as that will be the 2nd out of the inning. And then a tag-up situation, and we'll gun him down at the plate. Unbelievable, as we finally get out of the 6th inning there, or the top half of the 6th. Here's Nelson Cruz. He is going to go ahead and single a run home. That's an RBI single for him. Then Mitch Haniger going to RBI single right there. So we get 2 on the board here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Ryan Healy, and he is going to rip one over there into right field. That could bring another 1 or 2 maybe in. It will bring 1 in, and runner holds up at third. Here's Santiago. He is going to strike out. That ends our threat, but it's an 8-3 ball game. And then here down the left field line in the top of the 7th, that's going to bring a run home for Wellington Castillo on an RBI. And then Puello is going to fly out to right field. Now here we go, still going. It's another down the left field line, and that's going to bring a run home. RBI double for Justin Bour, as we cannot get him there. Then the next batter, Tuivalala, comes in. That's going to be an RBI single for Justin Upton. Now Zach Cozart is here, and he is going to fly out to center field to end that threat, but it is 11-3. So Nelson Cruz going to single to right field, maybe trying to start a little bit of trouble here, as Jed Jerko then going to ground through the hole for a single as well. That's going to bring up Mitch Haniger here, who is going to single to center field. Now, a little bit of shoddy base running here as Jed Jerko going to get gunned down there at second base, and that's not going to help us whatsoever, as here is Santiago. He's going to hit a 2-run double out there to right center field, and that is going to make it an 11-5 game. Close enough play at the plate, but Haniger gets there. But nothing doing in the 9th inning for either squad, and Justin Bohr ends up player of the game as he goes 3 for 5 with a homer, 2 doubles in the ball game. Andrew Heaney going to get the win over Ivan Nova. Nova gives up 8 runs in this one, so not looking too good. We needed him to spot start. Got a couple injuries out there, so hopefully those will be cleared up pretty soon, and he won't have to start too much more because that was not a good start for him. So, good to see Santiago out there getting some RBIs. He gets a double. He gets 2 ribbies for us. Cruz, Healy, Haniger all had some pretty decent days, but all in all, we lose to our rival. It's never really a good day, as now we go in to face the Chicago Cubs. Now, remember, when we did the preview of the month at the end of the recap of last month, we said that the Cubs were below 500, which was really weird, but now they've been a little bit hot, and they have been coming on strong, and there, Jason Hayward going to start off the highlights here in the bottom of the 6th, as we've had a hell of a pitcher's duel going between Felix Hernandez and John Lester. So good to see Felix doing some stuff there, but he gets hit in the back on that one, and that's going to bring on runners on the corners, but we will get the putout to end the inning, so he gives up nothing. Now here with a man on second, that's going to be a fly out to center field. He's going to try for third, and he's not going to get there on the tag up, so our threat ends right there. Here in the bottom of the 7th, it's a bomb out to left field. Home run, Javi Baez going to get it done there. Now top of the 8th inning, it's Xander Bogaerts, and he is going to hit one way into the corner here in Wrigley for a triple. He's going to run all the way to third, and he will get there safely. So now we move into still the 8th, and that's going to be a line out to right, so our threat ends there. But Jed Jerko, last man who can do it, and he does it, gets us into extra innings at the very least. A.J. Ramos comes in the game. Here's Mitch Haniger, and it's a broken bat. Grounder over to first. He will be out. We go to extra innings. Bottom 11, there's going to be a perfect down-the-line single by Javi Baez, as he is going to go all the way to third here with an easy triple for himself. Now Anthony Rizzo is going to hit one really far here, but that one thankfully hooks foul. So Rizzo up there, but he will walk. It's going to be runners on the corners, and then a walk for Ian Happ. Now it's Almora Jr., and he will ground out to Xander Bogaerts, and that will end that threat. Now to the bottom of the 12th, and it is Addison Russell bombing one out there, and that is gone. The walk-off homer for Addison Russell. Javi Baez, the player of the game, with a homer and a triple. Xander Bogaerts goes 3 for 5 for us. Very proud of what he was able to do, but all in all, kind of crappy. Jed Jerko with his second home run of the year for us. And we waste a great start from Felix Hernandez. So now we move into the final game of the episode, taking on the Cleveland Indians, who are now below 500. And this is a very interesting lineup we've put together here. A lot of guys tired, so we had to throw out guys like Steven Nakajima and Ben Zobrist playing today. Here's Malik Smith, and he's going to start this thing off with a little single to left field. So that's going to bring up Ben Zobrist. He's going to single into left field as well. And we will bring up Anthony Rendon, who's going to hit this thing into left, but it's going to be lined out. So 1 away, 2 on for Nelson Cruz, who's going to get that one through the hole. Malik Smith going to come home, and he will easily score and give us a 1-0 lead. Bogart's going to strike out there, and then that is going to bring up Haniger, who's going to hit the pitcher there, Clevenger, and Clevenger will get him out. So now we move to the Indians' half of the first inning, and it is a well-hit ball by Bradley Zimmer. He's going to start them off with a double off the wall. Somehow he hesitates, doesn't go to third. He might have had a chance to get there. A walk-off screen is going to make this 2 on with none out. Jose Ramirez will pop to second base. He will be out. Francisco Lindor strikes out off screen, and here's Miguel Andujar, who's going to end the inning. Now we have Domingo Santana in the second. He's going to hit a leadoff single to center field. Now, here we go, the moment we've been waiting for. Steven Nakajima gonna rock one into left center gap there, and that is going to bring Domingo Santana home. So, Santana hesitating a little bit, but he does come in. He is safe. Nakajima runs over to third while all this is happening. And here's Omar Narvaez. He is going to pop one blooping right there into left field. Nakajima will come home and score. It's going to be a 3-0 game. So now here is Lindor with a 2-on, 2-out situation. He will pop out to third base to end that inning. Here is Tyler Nacken in the bottom of the 7th. He is going to double into left field as that one gets past our man out there, and that is just terrible. I hate to see that kind of defense. But here is Kipnis, and he is going to hit a single into right field. That is going to put runners on the corners, and Roenis Elias is going to come in for relief. And that one is going to be down the left field line, and that is going to score a run for Cleveland and leave runners on the corners for Bradley Zimmer, who is going to hit one into left field. He will fly out, but Kipnis is going to tag up and try to score, and he will do so. So it's a 3-2 ball game. Here's a nice strikeout, and now Jose Ramirez coming up here in the bottom of the 8th to give a little leadoff single to right field. Ramirez would then steal second. Dan Altavilla will come in. Lindor and Andujar had walked before then. Bobby Bradley gets struck out by Altavilla. Then he's going to walk in a run, and then he's going to strike out Kipnis. Now he's got McCann up, and McCann, with the bases loaded, is going to hit the wall out in left field. That is going to be a bases-clearing double, and it will be 6-3 in favor of Cleveland. So here is Zimmer. He will strike out, and Brad Hand coming in to close out our Mariners. Here's Xander Bogaerts. He's going to start us off with a single to center field. Maybe we have a chance here. It's going to be Nakajima, and Nakajima's going to pop out into foul territory, but Bogart's going to run over to third. So we have runners on the corners for Omar Narvaez, who grounds out to second base and ends the ball game. So a tough loss here, as we had a 3-0 lead and blew it in the final two innings for Cleveland. And just not really what we want to see. Nakajima did well, though, in one of his first games with us. I'm sure he played in a couple simulated games, but this is our first time actually seeing him in action, and I was quite proud of what he was able to do. So thank you guys so much for joining us for today's episode. Please go ahead and drop a like, subscribe if you're new. Plenty more of this series as well as other franchise content coming your way all day, every day here on Franchise Gaming. I will see you all next time. Love you all.
You're a pretty little star boy.